What's going on? My name is Akasan. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing swell. I'm just doing a short video because I posted something on an update on Shibuya, Tokyo, how things are going in Japan and how things are being handled right now. But Brian Velasquez, long Red Dreaded member, that sounded weird, long-time fan and contributor to the Red Dreaded Nation, and I believe he's come out here to Japan and I met him. We had a party for him at Hooters. He writes, Akasan, can you make a video on your point of view of the situation in the US? Take a note here, US. And I really want to see your perspective since you are outside and you can also dive into what Japan did or is doing differently. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for the videos and doing your part to calm us in these uncertain times. If you've done a video like that already, then please tell me which one it is. I really want to see your point. Sadly, here in the US, everyone is saying different things that it's just really hard to get accurate information. Also, I feel that here the panic really drove everyone crazy. You know what? I'll definitely say I can feel it. I'm feeling it from your guys' side here. Miss Kayla, another Red Dreaded Nation member, said the same thing. Hi Akasan, things are so bad here in the US. They ordered all Americans to wear masks, and you know some people are not going to do that. I've only been out once to Walmart a couple days ago and wore my mask and gloves. But inside Walmart was so crazy. I hated being in there at a time like this. My mom said exactly the same thing, and I'm pretty worried about that because I can't even leave the country now. If I leave Japan, I can't come back to Japan. So that's another issue on that. Jadif also says, true that here in New York, it's crazy out here. People losing their humanity like it's one of those horror movies or shows to these people. Fear is slipping, and these people by the hour. It's sad. I can't blame them, but they need to stay off the news outlets and focus on the positive. Absolutely. Well, you know, that's one of the things that, if you guys aren't familiar, I do actually do a weekly show every Saturday where you guys can call in and we talked about it. And it was getting a little hard. I have to admit, it was getting kind of hard because normally we're supposed to be talking about comic news and just having a good time and some fun like that. But unfortunately, things have just gotten to the point where all we can do is talk about Corona. And there's not much more we can talk. I mean, we could talk about the Marvel shifts and how they changed their slates and everything, but it's rough. But to answer Brian's question immediately, my thought process on the US is almost about everybody else in the rest of the world. It's just the fact that for me, the two things that get my attention the most is the US, how they handle it, and how Japan is handling it. You know, I hear information about Sweden and Italy and things like that. I read a lot every day. I read a lot and I stay up on the news every day about not just comic book stuff, but world events. Smart News is a great app, by the way. I recommend you guys check this out because for the most part, you're getting a conglomerate of different information that is hopefully unbiased. That's the main point. That's the main thing that you want. You want to get things straight from different sources and just kind of take the information and hope that one way or another you can kind of make that judgment call on what you think is truthful or not. What I will say is my opinion on the way the US is handling things is that it's something that they should have appropriately handled a lot better previously back in December, based upon what we know and based upon what information that was chosen and how certain pandemic people were fired when they shouldn't have been. But you know, that's here nor there. It's this woulda, shoulda, coulda situation. Right now is just here in the now, and unfortunately, in my opinion, I don't think the U.S. has the strong leadership that is needed. They don't really have the calming voice that is needed to keep cooler heads from prevailing. And I believe that good leaders and good rulers need to be selfless, and they shouldn't be thinking about themselves and what's going to happen come the re-election period and doing things for the sake of re-election. They should be doing things to help their fellow man and let cooler heads prevail. That's the one thing I've always really appreciated about Obama, is that he didn't really let people, at least publicly, let people get to him, and just did what I always felt. I always felt like whatever he was doing for the sake of the American people, particularly with health care. And I just feel like at this moment right now, a lot of it is just shifting of the blame and what have you not. So, but what I will say is, my opinion is, I do like what the governor of New York is doing right now, what a lot of governors have stepped up to do. Versus Japan, it's pretty much the same thing, honestly. We have a prime minister that is kind of shifting the blame or trying to avoid making decisions worse and not declaring a national emergency. But we have governor telling people to stay the fuck home. So, it's a very interesting epidemic that we have right now, because we went from 4 weeks ago having no problems and the Olympics being on, to now the Olympics getting canceled, cases suddenly started rising, and now, schedules are dropping off like boom, 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 boom. This is biggest concern of mine, because for me, as I've mentioned before, a few weeks ago, I was doing all right because I was very blessed to still have a pretty full schedule, lots of students coming in, still being able to teach, still do my job. And for me, I live off per class. I'm not on salary. I'm not, what I do, I definitely don't make money off of YouTube. And basically my way of survival is through Patreon and my real life job. So I work per class. So a few weeks ago, things were actually fine. It was a little awkward, but things were fine. The fact that people were coming in. Now, fast forward to now, unfortunately, earlier this week, a famous comedian passed away due to the coronavirus, and I think that essentially just woke a lot of people up, and now people have kind of let the sort of fear, not the panic, but the fear and the concerns shit just got real, essentially. So now lessons have been dropping off, and unfortunately I only have like 1 or 2 classes a day, and obviously that's not something I can survive on, but I'm always trying to stay positive about it. But that does remind me about something else somebody said, and it's like, a few weeks ago during the live stream, I told people, don't panic, but be precautious. Don't panic, but be precautious. Take precautions in what's going on here. Take precautions in being ready for something to happen. But don't panic about it. You don't need to be doing that. The same goes for now, is you can be positive, but let's not be delusional. Positivity ain't gonna fucking pay this rent at the end of the month, right? Positivity ain't gonna, people have this disillusion that I guess YouTubers or whomever are always supposed to be talking about positive things and showing how their life is great or whatever. But from the beginning, ever since I started this channel, I've always been real with you guys about, and honestly telling you if something is not right. I put up a post on Instagram the other day, and I guess people didn't like it because I was talking about Final Fantasy. It's coming out next week. Originally I was gonna buy it. Now I'm choosing not to, because that is a $70 investment that I may not really be needing to do right now. I may not know where my next paycheck is coming from. So instead of spending it on money, instead of spending it on a game that it was already released years ago, a decade ago or more, 20 years ago maybe, on a remake video game, it's probably better to use that money on something else and making sure I can actually eat next week. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the most sensible choice. But I guess fans or supporters are just fans, or I guess fans, we'll call it fans, followers, didn't like that negativity being put out there. But I'm like, yo, I've always been 100% translucent, clear, whatever. I've always been 100% honest with you guys and clear. And if there's shit going down, I'm gonna let you know where we stand, and I'm gonna let you know exactly why we can and can't do this. You know, I will try to put out as many videos as I can for you, but at the same time, like I said, YouTube does not pay the bills. YouTube does not do anything like that. Patreon and this real live job right here, that's what gets food in my mouth and the roof over my head. So those are my main concerns. Through the chaos, through, you know, true philanthropy and true opportunistic opportunities can come amidst the chaos. One of my students, he comes here every day. He's very, very rich, and we talk about business all the time. And we talk about how taking this opportunity, taking this time during a crisis, as a true entrepreneur, you can find an opportunity to make something, to better yourself, or find opportunity through this situation. It may not always seem like it, but you can find it somehow, some way. And that's what I'm doing myself, is if I can't make money here, then I will just try to do something online. Just like I was telling some of my fans last week, that are stuck over there in New York, Brooklyn, stand up. If things are not working out for you, if you're getting laid off, maybe you should try doing some online streaming. And what I mean by that is actually taking some videos, walking around town, showing people, eyes on the prize right now. Maybe some people really want to see how things are in New York right now. Videotape. You see so many videos going viral right now. Maybe that's a good opportunity for you to be out there doing some things. I don't know. But the thing is, throughout the chaos, sometimes it's time to find ways to better yourself and make an opportunity. And hopefully, you know, shout outs to those people that are able to still get paid while working from home, and shout outs to the essential workers that are on the front lines right now doing the damn thing. I am not in that position right now, but I am definitely trying to be. You can manifest an opportunity by being a realist, not by being positive, by being a realist. For me, I think my life has always been, and my motto has always been, be realistic about things, but stubbornly optimistic, and try to manifest your own destiny. What did they say in BVS, or what did Batman say? The world only works if you force it to be. And that's my thought process on how all that shit works. All right, I think that'll be a short video for today. That's how I'm doing, so you guys know exactly what's going on in Japan. We haven't shut down the city. We should shut down the city, but honestly speaking, the more and more I think about it, we have converted a lot of our lessons online. But honestly, the more I think about it, maybe it's better if we don't go into total shutdown, because I think my particular job is considered non-essential for a lot of people. And if I don't have these one-on-one physical classes with a lot of people, I'm not going to be able to survive. So yeah, it'd be great to stay home and play video games and Animal Crossing all day, but that shit ain't going to pay the bills. And I would love to play Final Fantasy the remake, but I should probably save that money for something a little more useful. If anybody has a demo copy or a free copy of Final Fantasy out there, and you want to donate to your boy when you're done with it, let me know. I'll be available. If you got a digital copy, I can download, because they closed off all the borders and postage and all that other stuff, so we can't get anything into Japan or out of Japan right now. So we'll see what's up. All right, I'll be you can catch me, of course. We got videos on Patreon all the time. It's a great opportunity right now, if you haven't, while you're in quarantine, to watch a few movies with us. And I'm on Twitch every other day. Akasan_plays. Akasan_plays on Twitch. We're playing Dobutsu no Mori, Animal Crossing, a bunch of other games, and swing on by if you have a chance. Take care of yourselves. Stay positive, but stay real at the same time, and manifest those opportunities to come your way. I once saw a millionaire give a seminar about this, and he just held his hands out and he's like, I'm gonna manifest money, and suddenly people just started giving him money like that. Money was dropping into his hands. It was amazing. At the end of his little event, he had a pile full of cash. It was beautiful. I'm not saying you can do that necessarily, but if you believe in manifestation and a positive but realistic opportunities, you can make this happen for you. All right, take care of yourselves, guys. Stay safe, and we are all going to get through this together. It's a world epidemic, and there's only, I ain't going to be up here and singing Imagine. Nah, we're not doing that, but I'm here for you guys. Talk to you soon.